Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a tier 10 game in my my Shimakaze that is actually a gearing. Going through the matchmaking, I have triple enemy Des Moines and a buttload of DDs. Double Shimakaze, Fletcher, Udaloy, and a Low Yang rounding out the threats to me. Gonna turn up the volume a little, seems a little quiet right now. My plan is I'm gonna go to ACAP. I'm hoping I can bring my Des Moines over here with me, smoke him up, and just let him farm a bit. I don't even really care if the enemy gets to cap or not. The enemy typically will push in to this little pocket back in here. And what I want to do, I want to drop my smoke out here for the team, and then come out this way and just torp right into here and just wreck anything that's trying to use that area as cover. So that's my game plan. Just taking a look at the Des Moines right now, seeing if I see the engine fire up on it, so. Just trying to get this guy to come in, and we'll see what we can do. Looks like we got some more support coming with potentially an Alsace, Worcester, Moskva. Chungmu could be making a pretty good play coming up here and torping this area. That's another angle you can get a lot of really good torpedoes in. I just didn't really have the spawn for that. So coming through here, dropping my smoke, polluting the world. Chungmu gets off a bunch of spots on all of those enemy ships coming in, and I dropped one set of torps. I'm just shopping around right now, getting a better torp angle on things. The nasty thing being with the way that I'm launching these torps, I expect this Des Moines to push up here and start trying to bow tank. Basically, by the time those torps hit, he most likely will flood. He'll have to repair, and the next set of torps will be there to catch him after his repair is on cooldown. So just coming in here, spotting, get spotted by a Shimakaze here. Shima pops up, and I start going to work on this guy. I get a torpid on the Des Moines with flooding. My evil little plan is coming to fruition. There's a second torpedo hit. And if the Des Moines is basically flooding right now, Shima gets radared by something, so I'm gonna take advantage of the opportunity and get some damage in on this Shima. If I can shoot. And if you notice, I did zoom out again, out to the 25 bar. I'm actually playing a lot with my zoom right now. It's usually set for 15 with gearing and actually most destroyers. But when I'm dealing with longer range targets on that are fast moving, I will go ahead and zoom out. I use the dynamic crosshair for this purpose, where I'm just able to use the same scaling. If my point of aim was 15, it's 15 at all points of zoom. The regular crosshair, I forget actually what it's called. I think they call it a static crosshair. They have scaling issues as you're zooming in and out on it, and it can create some issues for you. So, smoked up, starting to farm the Yamato. Fletcher pops up. Want to try to get some shots off on this guy. Unfortunately, he drops off. So I'm going to launch some torps on the Yamato. Kind of anticipating he'd turn in a little bit with those torps. But I'm right back to just shooting away. And for some reason I'm getting some really interesting RNG there. This game's got some issues with the auto aim. And for some reason your shells will just always hit low for some reason. I don't understand why. I just know that's what happens. Udaloy pops up, and I make the instant decision to bail on the cap. Reason being is that I'm anticipating he came in and just torped me from point blank. So just coming in here and just trying to get good damage on this guy the best I can. I get some couple really good shots that just really tear this guy up, and at this point I'm starting to take more damage than I'd like, so I'm starting to just back off. I don't need to throw my ship away, and I imagine that I almost got team killed there if I hadn't turned out. Oh wait, those are deep waters. What am I doing? Yeah, I was in no danger there. Didn't see it when I played it that it was deep waters, but I wish they'd take the alarm away if the torpedoes can't hit you or not, because sometimes you can't look back and check all the time. So at this point of the game, the enemy still has ACAP. They've still got a sizable force on ACAP. They're starting to get beat up pretty heavy. Unfortunately, my Udaloy, I have no idea what that was, but that wasn't pretty. He does get lucky and he gets torps in on this Fletcher, taking care of him. And the enemy has a low HP Udaloy, and you know, at that point it's, you know, healthy. I think that's a Des Moines. Yeah, healthy Des Moines and Alsace. And okay, healthy North Carolina. But they're starting to get a little bare on ships that can actually contest cap. Our Chungmu takes out the enemy North Carolina. Honestly, pushing mid like that, that's just a death sentence. Over here on ACAP, I'm getting radared by the Des Moines. I expect that he's going to kind of travel in this vicinity, which is why I launched those torps in that area. And to pick up the Des Moines kill. At this point, we're going to get ACAP. There's nothing really can stop me from getting it. So I'm kind of anticipating either this Alsace. He's got to make a play for cap. I mean, he's hurting. So I expect he's going to come this way into A. Because he's got a DD that's capping B cap right now. Well, had. But he gets the kill on our Chung Mu. And I'm trying to decide which way he's going to go so I can make a plan to head him off. And this is just good juking on his behalf. He's kind of waiting until the last minute to commit. And I've got a singing dinosaur in the background. Hope it's not too loud for you guys. At this point we got spotter plane in the air. That's another good play by I don't know if Alsace has a spotter plane or not, but if he does, that's a pretty good play by him. Right here, I'm smoking up based off my RPF bearing. I don't want to risk popping up inside his detection. He's got pretty fast guns. So at this point, I'm just laying my smoke long. The reason why I'm laying it longer is I want to try to be able to shoot back in here behind the island and just try to get some damage in. But for whatever reason, either this Yamato isn't aware enough or he's expecting me to spot a ship that's, I mean, pretty close to detecting me. At this point, those shots were, you know, just really rushed, just trying to get something in the air before he actually got the cap. And you know, fortunately we were lucky and were able to get that done. So finally got some spotting on the Alsace. I go on ahead and I'm shooting, just trying to get, you know, an additional fire on him, that kind of thing. I know that their Lo Yang is out in this vicinity because of how Torps came in on the Yamato. So I'm gonna just start pushing him. I want to head him off at the pass. And here's where RPF is bullshit. He's successfully flanked our team, and he's got no chance. I mean, all I got to do is drive right at him, and he's pretty much left with the option of, you know, I can stay here and die, or I can just give up everything, run away, and still, you know, lose the battle. Anyway, pretty decent game on the gearing, 2400 base XP, 3 kills, looks like 155,000 damage. And taking a look at the Des Moines, seeing how much he flooded, and just all in all a pretty solid game. It was a decent amount of cruiser damage plus beating up on destroyers a lot. They're XP pinatas. You get a lot of rewards for doing that. And you know, this was just a good game. It had some, you know, at least one team smoke. There wasn't a lot of spotting here. I was you know, I had to be doing a lot of shooting to drive stuff back. Um, but this was a solid gearing game. Had some nice torp angles, stuff like that that you can use on ACAP yourself on North, and you know, all the other iterations of the map. So I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I will talk to you later.